Oh, that's bored. Let's go. Icon! Oh, I just packed an icon! Are you kidding me? Wales! Striker! Is he a rush? Let's go! Come on! Oh, let's go, man! What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. As you would have just seen, we packed this man last night from a 5K pack. We were streaming, and EA, if you want to watch the streams, by the way, mixer.com/NepentheZ. Link is down below. Go follow it and get notified when I go live for the streams. We usually stream most evenings from around 9:30, 10 p.m. For a good 4 or 5 hours. Basically, EA changed the price ranges of Hunter and Shadow Chem styles. So, 5K pack method has already been relatively decent and can generate long-term profit if you're super patient. And so we decided to open a few 5K packs to see if we could hit a Hunter or a Shadow card. I did pack a Shadow card, which I sold for 15K. And then I said I'd do 1 or 2 more. And boom, we get our first ever icon. And it was from, 5K pack. From all, like, not only is this the first icon that I've packed for me this year on FIFA, this is the first icon I've packed this year on FIFA from 100,000 FIFA points on my pay to win account, and from opening basically every promo pack EA have ever put out, from opening constant top 100 squad battles and foot champs rewards, constant division 1, 2, 3, 4 rivals rewards throughout like 10 weeks of this game being out. And the first one that we get is Ian Rush from a 5K pack. And so there you go. So this will be my team if we don't get anything good from rewards today for the foot champs this weekend. We'll have Wright and Rush up front, Bathketh and Politano in at cam, Guardiola and Saul in at CDM, and then the back line as it is. And so now over the last couple of days, we've actually packed a couple of really, really good players. So Jordi Alba, obviously untradeable, but he's like a 500,000 coin player. Ian Rush is a tradable sort of like 450-ish thousand coin player. And after this weekend, I might sell him. But right now, I don't really need the coins. We're still, we're still progressing up in terms of our coin balance. We've got a lot of stuff in the club, nearly 32, well, over 3,200 players now, which is really, really nice. So in terms of rivals, guys, I finished, I believe, rank 2, and that is going to get me a Jumbo Premium Gold pack, a 50k pack, and a Mega pack. And we finished Gold 3 in Foot Champs. I know it's not like the Elites and stuff that I was getting last year. I think this week last year I hit Elite 2 for the first time. I know I'm not really hitting the Elites of last year, but I just enjoy the draft way more, man. It's just far more enjoyable for me. And I'm playing draft for fun outside of making content and outside of like recording for videos. I'm actually just playing the draft because I'm enjoying playing the draft. So 2 more Mega packs and 1 more 50k pack in the bank, and then 2 player picks. Obviously Ronaldo and Hazard would be the dream. I don't expect them, but if they did pop up, they'd be nice. The only other card that really I would like to play with for this weekend outside of everyone else there is maybe that Thomas Partey card. I think he as my CDM over Sal would be nice, but if I desperately wanted him, he's only 28k, so I could just go and buy him instead. And our first pick is going to be either Elvedi Selneas, which is hilarious because Nick was saying loads of stuff about these 2 guys being the 2 that everyone's going to get as their picks. And then we get Pookie, who is obviously a little bit irrelevant because we have his 84 Player of the Month card that is considerably better than this hero card. His Player of the Month has 3 pace, 3 shooting, 1 dribbling, 1 defending, 3 physical, and 10 passing. So we'll go for rating here. We'll take Elvedi. He's actually not a terrible card, is he? His reactions and composure are a bit low. His passing's okay. His defending and physical are okay. He'll be okay for a Bundesliga, and he's strong links to Mbabu. So that's not too bad at all. And then pick number 2. EA, what have you got for us? Oh, Gerard Moreno. We get Ben Sabiani in there as well. We get an 86. That's not too bad again. I mean, this is a card that I just, like, it's another right wing that I just don't need. Another right mid, man, I just don't need. But he's one of the more expensive team of the weeks that isn't Ronaldo or Hazard, coming in at 18k, so he's not really that expensive. He's not bad, man. With the right chem style, I think like a Deadeye on him actually makes him a 90 rated striker. That's pretty crazy. He's not terrible. Again, for first owner objectives, he'll be usable and useful, maybe even for SBCs. But there you go, a nice 86 rated from Gold 3. I've already been seeing in the chat elite players not getting anywhere near this level, like getting 83s and 84s as their maxes. So there you go. That was my red player picks. And before we get into the gameplay for today, which I think contains another draft today, actually, we have got 250Ks, 335Ks, and one Jumbo Premium Gold pack. And as I said before, guys, I did get the icon out of a 5K pack. So here's our 15K pack, and it's not going to generate us all that much. And over the course of the last week on this account as well, I probably won the draft about 10 times, I'd say. And we just generate far more from those drafts than we do from, you know, from champs and rivals. You know, if you think about the amount of games that you have to play to get a few 35K packs and a couple of 50K packs from champs and rivals versus the amount of games I have to play for draft. And I know we like talk about draft a lot, and I know a lot of people can't win the draft as often or even at all. And so for you guys, it's worth playing champs and rivals to get these big packs because you can't get them any other way. For me, I do think that the time is way better spent in those areas of the game. So mega pack number 1, hopefully, obviously, if we get a shadow or a hunter, that'd be really, really nice. I don't know if they're still worth as much as they were. They were up at like 15K. I believe they came down under the 10K mark, but even if we could get 10K for them, that'd be pretty nice. I don't have too much trade pass space left either, so he and he can go. Catalyst is selling for like 4K, I believe. Yeah, look at that. Oh no, maybe only 3K. We got Wallace in there as well. Maybe like 700 coins for him. 12K. Yeah, so 12K for shadows and hunters. If you pay 12K for a shadow chem style or a hunter chem style, you are crazy. They are just like, you're better off using no chem style and saving the coins and just buying a better player. With how cheap the market is, it's more expensive to buy a chem style than it is to buy literally about 99% of the players in the game, which is mental. We get a player pick pack here. Come on, give us something nice. Not there's going to be too much nice in there, but yeah, we'll take the Belgian player, maybe for the Pro League SBC. If I don't know if EA even remember that League SBCs exist. Some good position modifiers in there. Any chem styles? No. 4 kits. The Tillemans. Is he selling? No. Wow, not even 700 coins. He's not even going. And then Castro, he's not selling either. For much more than just a few hundred coins. And then mega pack number 3 before we get onto our 250K pack. So obviously the pack luck has been pretty decent recently. We packed a whole bunch of walkouts, Jordi Alba, Ian Rush. But from rewards, it doesn't seem like it's going too well. I hope you guys have better rewards. Obviously, I hope you guys are hitting those Ronaldos and Hazards. It would have been nice to hit Hazard. He would have fit perfectly into my team. But it wasn't on the card, sadly. Now, he's bitten caught. Sometimes he goes for a bit. No, he's not worth anything either. Ospina is an 80 rated, could be worth a bit. Yeah, maybe like 900 coins for him. Reyes there. Wow, maybe 600-700 coins for him. I don't want to get too many trade pile spaces taken up though. So if they're not worth like loads of coins, yeah, he's not worth anything. And Juan Mata, isn't it crazy? He's barely worth more than discard price. We'll drop him up for 900, see if we can get a quick sale on him, and then discard the rest. So here we go, guys. Before we get into some gameplay, 250K packs. Can we get any luck at all? We start with... No, that's not even a board, is it? No, we haven't hit a board from any of our rewards yet. That's crazy. Not a single board. Oh my God, look at that for a bad pack. An 81, 280s, and then all 70s after that. And even these guys are discard. They don't sell for anything at all. That's probably one of the worst 50K packs I've had for a long time. We did hit a 50K pack last week, I think, where we got 79s and lower. The final pack before we get into games, is it going to be anything good? It is a board at last. It's not a walkout. So one board from all of that Foot Champs and Foot Rivals gameplay, and it's going to be Perrin. And tell me this is what... Oh, it's not even Perrin, it's Buffon. That's even worse. Tell me that's worth it. Tell me this game in general is worth your time. Imagine, for me, obviously, to hit Gold 3 only took 17 games. And to do Rivals, this is my job, right? So it doesn't really affect me in the way that it might affect you guys. But imagine you guys bust your gut 30 games to get Gold 3. Bust your gut in Division 5 and Division 4 and get your rewards, rank 1 or rank 2 rewards. And your best player from everything is Gianluigi Buffon, and the most expensive thing that you packed from all of your packs was a Catalyst Chem style. Imagine that. This game, guys, is just like Champs and Rivals. It's just not worth the stress. It's not worth the hassle at all. Never in a million years. You are better off just doing whatever you think is fun in FIFA, because if you're playing for rewards, it's not the one. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the packs right there. Let's get into some gameplay. All right, guys, as we get into the gameplay, of course, this is the draft gameplay to start with. The first comment we're going to take was from about the draft and how it's, well, actually, we've got a few draft comments. Was from Michael. He says, this way really sucks. It ruins the big what happens in the draft, and the packs should keep the packs at the end for suspense. So the way the flow of the video has to work is either you can have the packs live. I know you guys like to see live reactions of the pack opening, specifically when we get good things, or you can have the draft gameplay, then the packs, but the packs will be post-com. So if I hit something big, there'll be no reaction. It will just be, you know, like normal, talking over the top, because it's like hard to work the video around from that, because what happens is, look at that goal as well. What a great goal, am I right? What happens is, if I record the draft and then play the games and talk over it, if we're halfway through a sentence or a topic or something, and then it's like, oh, be right back, got to cut to the packs, and then it's a live segment again, and then it goes back again to continuing the topic, it just won't have a good, like I say, it won't have like a good flow of how the video will work. So you guys let me know what you want in the comment section. I'm happy to do it either way. I personally don't think having the packs afterwards live works. So yeah, if you want it, the packs after post-commed or the packs first and live, let me know. But it won't be every video as well. And some videos, the plan will be to have 2 or 3 drafts played out, done, and packs saved. Like, it would be nice, for example, in tomorrow's episode, if we start the day with like, hey guys, I've got 3 drafts worth of packs here to start with, and then show the gameplay and the building of the draft and stuff. Because obviously, as you guys know, I'm really into the draft right now. It's the only game mode that I can play and enjoy at the moment. Rivals for me is just dead. Objectives, I don't even know if I'm going to get to level 30 storyline this season, because I haven't really been paying attention to what's available in objectives, haven't been completing it. I don't know if I've missed anything. I mean, I think you could get away with missing about 30k XP and still be okay, but yeah, I've missed a fair old chunk. But on the note of drafts outside of that, Litty Gaming says, why did he take Dybala over Havertz, who linked? Basically, Havertz this year is terrible in the game. If you're not like a meta tier player, like I would prefer to have Dybala on 7 chem because he linked to the icon, instead of Havertz on 10 chem, because Dybala on 7 chem would have just been a much better player. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. And then the last draft comment, which we want to talk about the old draft, is from Connor. He says, are the offline draft rewards as good as the online rewards, and is the offline draft worth playing? So first of all, it's not anymore. The offline draft as well, for those that are wondering, the rewards don't change based on the level of difficulty of the draft. Only the match earnings do. So if you play on beginner or amateur or semi-pro, you earn like 400, 500 coins a match. If you play on legendary or ultimate, you might earn 1,800 coins a match. It's not even really worth it, to be fair. Even if you did play offline draft, I know some people play it because they can't play online, so they have to play offline games. And so it's not worth it in general. Also, it's easier to beat the draft on ultimate and legendary than squad battles, because there's no chemistry taken into account in draft. So they don't get the boosts that they do, like the monster boosts that they do from that. So back in FIFA 15 and FIFA 15 did draft come? FIFA 16? Back in FIFA, basically, until Foot Champs came along, so it must have just been FIFA 16, offline draft was such a brilliant way to utilize your time, especially if you weren't a good player, because there was no SBCs, there was no rewards every day or every Monday and every Thursday with squad battles, champs and rivals. There was no marquee matchups or anything like that. So in terms of packs and how you earned them, it was always through tournaments. And so EA would release a tournament that would offer a 5k pack or a 25k pack or a 50k pack, or they'd offer those progressive tournaments where the first time you win, it would be some coins. The second time you win, it would be a pack. The third time you win, it would be some more coins. The next time it would be a bigger pack, and so on and so forth. And they used to do those online and offline. And so the only way to get packs, ultimately, was buying them with FIFA points or using your coins in the store or playing the draft. And the offline draft, again, for those that weren't very good at the draft, was always a good way, because for an hour of your time, that's about how long it would take for you to get to win the draft. Because even back then, if you just kept the ball in play, you know, you score a goal on amateur, you just stand still, they don't press you. There you go. You get yourself a win in 12, maybe 13 minutes. So you could complete a draft per hour. So for 15,000 coins plus about 2,000 coins match earnings back, so per hour for a 13,000 coin outlay, you would always get as a bare minimum a 15k and a 7.5k pack. So it was a nice way to get some packs when there was no other way to get packs. Now, however, because of how many things are in the game with SBCs, with objectives, with squad battles rewards every Monday, champs and rivals rewards every Thursday, marquee matchups every Thursday, the SBCs that come every Tuesday that offer packs. There are so many ways to get packs so quickly. League SBCs are a way to consistently get packs all the time, anytime, that an hour offline for a 15k pack and a 7.5k pack is no longer worth it, even close to being worth it. And it's sad for me that EA don't touch draft at all. I think we can all agree that they just pretty much ignore this game mode, which is surprising, but also not surprising because I guess it doesn't help sell packs. I mean, you can use coins or FIFA points to enter. So I don't know how many people use FIFA points to enter. I know a lot of top end players do because, again, for 300 FIFA points, instead of buying 2 7.5k packs or 1 15k pack, you can enter the draft. And if you're a top level player, A9 skills, or some of the pro players that play a lot of draft and use FIFA points for it, you're basically going to guarantee yourself way, way more value for packs by playing through the draft first. And if you're that good at FIFA, you can get so many rage quits in draft. Like for me, like there was one draft, I don't think it was this one, that one of the drafts we played the other day, we didn't even play 90 minutes of FIFA and I'd won it. We got three really, really early rage quits within like the first 10 or 15 in-game minutes. And then the final, it was done by about the 60th minute or so. So we didn't even play a full game. So we're talking about like half an hour of my time to turn 15,000 coins into like, 60, 70,000 coins worth of packs. So, and obviously I'm not the level of skills and pro players and players like that, So draft online is obviously a good way, but they can make money through FIFA points through draft. But I personally believe that if they gave more attention to draft, people would be more inclined to play it a lot. So a few things that they could do. First of all, putting every card in the draft is a must-have, right? I don't want to use some icons sometimes. Pele is no longer in the draft, or at least I don't see him anymore. We've got some icons in the draft still. Obviously, Dalglish is in the draft now. All of the cards that go in packs are in the draft. Last year, towards the back end of the game, they started putting end of era and flashback cards in the draft. I don't know why we don't have player of the months in the draft. Flashbacks in the draft. Like I know that lone Paulinho is available in objectives, but imagine if you didn't want to, imagine if you just couldn't get a lone card, like player of the month for Aubameyang, for example, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, man, there's like 5 days left on this Aubameyang. I don't know if I want to waste my coins on him or not. Then you go into draft, you get him in draft, he does bits for you. Now, not only have you paid to get in the draft, EA have convinced you that this Aubameyang is insane. You go and do his SBC and it's a win-win for EA by putting all of the cards into the game. Another thing that they could do to make draft more interesting is just have it's doable. I'm sure they could do it. I don't know, the technology isn't there yet, memes and whatnot. But if they did something where they put draft specific cards in draft. So let's take someone here. So that Kimmich, instead of an 86 Kimmich, make it like a 96 Kimmich with a new card type that's only in draft. So you can't buy it on the market. You can't get it via SBC. If you want to use a 96 Kimmich, he has to pop up in draft. That, again, would do a few things. Number one, it would get me playing the draft so much more because, the draft now, even though the draft is full of like a lot of different players, people just use the same players all the time. Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Pele's, Dalglish, Socrates, and Kante's. It's always the same because they pop a lot. Now, on my bench, we've got, say, Willian and Defrel. Imagine that Defrel was like a 92 rated draft Defrel. Guess what? I'm playing him instead of Mbappe. And again, it's going to engage me playing more in the draft than ever before because I'm going to get to use players and utilize items in the game that never see the light of day outside of that. So that's another way that they can do something with draft. A couple of other things that they could do with draft, and I assume that they don't do this for what I can only gather is legal reasons, because otherwise it doesn't make sense, but they don't do anything via objectives and milestones in draft. Last year in weekly objectives, you could earn a draft token from doing things, but there was never anything that you could earn via playing in the draft. This year, I suppose you could argue that you can do daily objectives via draft. Win a game and play 2 games you could do. But there's no win 300 games. There's no, there's no earn this player or earn this XP or get this TIFO from winning games or scoring goals or whatever in drafts. And that sucks a little bit. There are some instances where you can do some player SBCs, like the Bale story, the Salah story, things like that. You could do those with the players, you know, the Hazard story from last season. You could do those in this game mode as well. But generally speaking, EA just don't do much with draft, and I think it's because it has a paywall to enter. I think they would probably be met with uproar from either the community or their legal team with saying, hey, if you want to complete this objective, you have to pay. So even though you can get coins for free and then use them, it's still behind a paywall in essence. And then the last thing that I wish that they would do with draft, well, two more things actually. Number one, I wish they would add all the formations into the game because they're not there. The formations are the same since like FIFA 17. We don't have any of the new formations in the draft, which sucks. It's always the same sort of like 12 to 16 formations, and I think there's like 40 formations or something now, right? And then also it would be cool if you could have position modifiers. So when you take a left wing Ronaldo, but you're playing a 4-3-2-1, you should be able to convert him to a left forward in draft, and you know you should be able to move a player one either way of where they play. So strikers to centre forwards to either striker or cams to either centre forward or centre mid, so on and so forth. That would be nice. And then the actual last thing that would be amazing for this game mode is just different rewards. I think I said to you guys before, I heard through the grapevine that we were going to get different rewards in draft this year. I have a few contacts that always give me information on what's to come in the new games, what's changing in certain game modes and such. And more often than not, the information is concrete and proves to be true. And sometimes it's not. And when I heard like a few months back that draft rewards were going to be league specific packs and things like that, I was so excited because I thought, man, imagine towards team of the year, you're like, all right, let me go and play a draft. Okay, I managed to get a Serie A 25k pack. Now I'm going to save that for when Ronaldo team of the year is in packs. Or you get a La Liga prime goal players pack. Okay, now I'm going to save that for when Lionel Messi team of the year is in packs. And I was excited to be able to get different rewards. You know, like if you think about the World Cup tournament mode, and you would get like a European players pack and a South American players pack or an African players pack. And it was cool because you're like, okay, I've got this African players pack now. I hope to get Mane out of this, or I hope to get Salah out of this. And when you got the European one, you're like, okay, this would be nice if we got like an Mbappe or a Lacazette. If you got the South American one, you're like, okay, we could get Messi or Neymar out of this. And it just gave you like a little bit more hope of like, okay, we're focusing where we can get players from. And it's sad that, as per usual, the rewards are just the same again. Like, we don't even have prime goal players, rare election player packs, like election player packs. Like, instead of in the first round losing and getting a gold pack, a premium loan pack, and a silver players pack, it would be cool to get an election players pack, a gold pack, and a silver pack instead. Because now all of a sudden there's more variety, and again, it just offers the opportunity to be like, this game mode is actually worth my time outside of the reason, you know, the fact that we're playing it in the first place anyway, which is just this more casual mode. It's far more fun. I get to play, like, it's essentially pub stomping, right? You know, the odd occasion I'll come up against somebody who is very good, and the odd occasion I'll just lose to someone who isn't very good, because FIFA be like that sometimes. But more often than not, I think my record right now is like 186 wins to like 26 losses or something. Like, I just have fun on this game mode. And I know I might be an anomaly. You know, I'm not like some high tier player, but I know a lot of you guys might struggle. In fact, when I ask you guys on stream to send me your draft records and stuff, quite a few people have really bad draft records, but still enjoy it, because you can just, as we've seen with Rush today out of that 5k pack, you can get anything out of anything, man. We opened our Foot Champs rewards here today, 3 mega packs, 2 50k packs, the red player picks. We got 1 Gianluigi Buffon. It doesn't mean anything to get big packs. So, you know, it can come out of anything. And as long as you're making your 15k back or thereabouts, which you typically do every round you exit in, you're going to end up profiting both mentally, in your in-game experience, and from your coin balance, which of course then becomes a bit irrelevant because you're not really doing much with it. Arjun says, I just wanted to take the time out and appreciate all the effort you put into making content for your subscriber base. It's absolutely phenomenal. Your videos help me get through the worst days. Keep up the great work. Honestly, wish the best for you. Cheers. Thank you very much, Arjun. Glad to have you in the chat, really. Glad to have you there, and give the kind words. Daniel says, regarding the mystery ball boost idea, imagine if we scored X amount of goals with a dribbling boost, then we can upgrade one of the dribbling stats, our choice, on a storyline player, hence making it our own story. If I want 99 agility on my Tolisso, why not? If I want 99 composure, let me. I like that idea, and then they can continually give more boost opportunities throughout the game cycle. So, you know, and what would be good is if we get more and more storyline players, when you earn another dribbling boost, you can choose to, if you, let's say you've already boosted Toliso's agility to 99 and you get another dribbling boost, you can then either put Toliso's composure to 99, or you can go and get Danilo and put his agility to 99, or you can take your Politano and put his you know, dribbling stat at 99, and so on and so forth. So you could either choose to upgrade all of your players a little bit here or there, or you could focus everything into making one brilliant player. Sadly, I don't think we'll get anything like that this year because there's nothing in the game that suggests that that's even an option. I know Madden has the ability to like upgrade players. I know obviously NBA 2K does, but in terms of like EA games, both Madden, Hockey, and FIFA Mobile all have the ability to upgrade players. And I don't understand why with EA, we don't have that ability. I don't know what they think that they will miss out on if they give that ability to their players. And what's going to be really interesting, and God knows when it comes, and God knows how bad it's going to be when it comes, but what's going to be really interesting is, okay, so how does Politano actually upgrade? How much does he upgrade by? What do we have to do to get him to upgrade? Is it going to be something obnoxious like, you know, winning 20 games in squad battles, 20 games in rivals, and 20 games in champs with Politano in the starting lineup, also containing, you know, no more than 4 icons and a maximum 80 rated squad, you know, something just really obnoxious where people are going to be like, you know what, I don't even want to do this. This is just not worth it. Or is it going to be an SBC, where it's like, okay, you can trade in a storyline player plus an 87 rated squad as one segment, and then 389 rated squads as 3 other segments, and in return you end up getting an 89 Politano, because that's what I think EA are going to do. I think they're going to shoehorn it into SBCs and force you to pay crazy prices to upgrade Politano, when actually it won't be upgrading him. You'll lose all your stats on him. You'll get essentially a fresh Politano, and it will suck, because you're going to be like, look, I don't want to pay 300,000 coins to upgrade this card. I want to actually play to earn the upgrades, right? And yeah, but I don't think EA have the capabilities in the current state of the game, unless something's coming that we don't know about and they're keeping it close to their chest, where you can play to upgrade specific stats or just achieve milestones or accomplishments to upgrade him. It would be nice. And in regards of obviously milestones and objectives and stuff, it's crazy to me that the beta had better milestones and objectives than the actual full game does now. 2 months. We are 8 weeks or 9 weeks into this game now. 8.5-ish, 9 weeks into this game. Since full release, like 7 weeks. And there's still just 3 basic milestones that came with the game's release and 1 extra. Like, how long are they waiting? How long are they making us wait before they're like, hey, here's some like long-term content to grind towards? I really just don't understand it. DX says, hey Nep, I was just wondering when you were going to start saving packs for Team of the Year. Is it too early or not? And what's your plan for Team of the Year? Anyways, love you as the content. Always keep up the great work. Thank you very much, man. If you want to save packs for Team of the Year, you do you, man. I don't think there's any right or wrong way, right? You know, we discovered last year that if you luck's in, you luck's in. We saved loads of packs for a few events. We opened all those packs. We packed nothing. We then stopped saving packs for events. We would open packs that we had achieved throughout that week. We end up packing a load of good things. So I think it's just on you. What do you want? I don't know. And here is the pack again for the Ian Rush right there. You do you at the end of the day, right? For me, I'm trying to stay as liquid as possible and use just the team that I have and the things that I accumulate through nice SBCs, season objectives, milestones, and red player picks throughout the course of the few weeks coming up to keep my team active and make sure I can still at least hit gold 3 each week, unless I play all 30 games. And I want to use the coins that I've got to try and get up towards 9, 10, 12 million coins for Team of the Year so that I can go and buy 1 or 2 Team of the Year attackers straight away and maybe 3 or 4 Team of the Years straight away anyway. Will I stack packs? Maybe I'll start after Futmas stacking packs. I don't think I'll do so beforehand. You know, we could probably stack 100 packs between the end of Futmas and the start of Team of the Year. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And if we've got a lot of League SBCs by then as well, we can start stacking loads of packs via League SBCs, which will be a lot of fun. But there you go, guys. We've got Ian Rush. He sells for about 450k, but we're going to use him throughout this weekend league and then maybe sell him afterwards if he's not very good, or keep him if he's great. I don't know. But this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.